Hello guys, we're back. Today we have communism compared to capitalism. Economic theory I made. Hopefully you guys like it. Yeah, let's begin. Communism. Let's run a definition. Communism is a way of running a nation where the market is basically ended and private property abolished. Source: The Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Obviously it's a very reliable source. Points of communism are like Marxism. The end of private property, and will become public. Heavy tax on income. End of inheritance rights. Immigrants and rebels. Land takeover. It's still the same source because he had listed these things. A centralization of all credit, or like money, with a monopoly for the country. State centralizes all transport and communication. A common plan which benefits us all gradually with an extension with the industry. Making of an industrial army is like a huge industrial workforce, and equal obligation to work. Agriculture combines the industry with the end of distinction of state and etc. No more child labor and free education is allowed. Obviously. Well, how do we fix that? This is what I think and feel other people have thought could be the case. First of all, we'd have to get some property and evenly distribute it. A large tax on what the land produces, as if you did a tax on the land itself, it would just not work. No one like that. Inheritance allowed. There's no one like some sort of inheritance tax or no inheritance at all. Nobody would accept that. Private companies who pay a fee in the market, like private, not centralized companies. Those are fine. Or ones that are basically private companies and companies that are foreign pay a fee. Kind of like tariffs, but yeah. That's one of the things I suggest. Though you could just make it a smaller one, centralized things and stuff. Nothing mentioned here that was mentioned by Marx and Engels will be centralized unless it's necessary. 6 to 10 would be the same thing. And 11 would be, this is what we call UBI in modern terms. Like, people get the poverty line money for more sales tax, right? Now, that is what I'd say would be a good system. Like how to fix it. And this meaning the same thing, it's actually pretty similar to communism. I'm not going to give it a name as it's not really necessary right now. Well, I'm going to simulate this. Alright, time to give you statistics. I made a little mistake. I added a bit more tax, but let's just say that's some extra stuff, whatever, right? Extra. The population, let's say, is 100. The average money that they made was $7.40, or 20 per hour. The tax paid is like $2,000. Other expenses, this much. That's the total. Tax rate on things is 10%. Now, I didn't include tax rate from there in this equation. So I added an extra 1,000 because this tax rate I push up, right? I think it used to be 1 or 2. I pushed up to 10 because of the UBI. Because only the people who can't afford to not have money to be above the poverty line will actually be given it. I don't want to give it to rich people, as they can actually pay it. Final total will be like this much, and this is how much money they have left to use, right? That'd be good. Now that's the rules of the simulation, and this is what I suspect will happen. What I expect to happen is like a modern welfare state, kind of. The system could fail if companies refuse to be in the market. But a way to get off of this is you guys can read this whole thing I've written out for you guys. I'm just gonna summarize this or whatever, and put my thoughts into this. Just take a grain of salt, as I'm not a philosopher, or a philosopher. No, I'm not any of those things. I'm not an economist, or a philosopher. I'm just giving my ideas. And this is what I think. When I read the Communist Manifesto, um, I saw that it was actually brutally flawed. Like, who would accept an inheritance tax? Who would expect, who would want to pay really high taxes on their land that they were given by the government? Like, seriously, well what's with that? Or, it could fail though, obviously, if companies refuse to be in the market and stuff like that. That's one of the big things. It's not a perfect system, nor is capitalism, but this is like a better form of communism, as I think. But I'd probably call it socialism, a version of that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but socialism and communism are very similar. It's just that communism is more extreme. Socialism is more it's basically what China called itself. But it's in my opinion, it's not that. It's not that, but either more extreme or less. I'm not going to share my opinion on that. Well, we would be mostly free of poverty in this area. This is obviously a simulation. I haven't done any sort of tests on this in real life. I've just theorized. Right? Us as a nation would be better off because people would buy things, but it's not as reliable like getting the UBI money from other people, from the people of our country, like sales tax. If people didn't buy stuff, well, there you go, you got a problem. Yeah. The companies thing could be fixed with threatening centralizing the companies, or making state-owned ones that do what they do, which would drive prices down and make people want to buy more. So it fixes the problems. Now, obviously, this is an experiment for a wealthy nation, not a regular nation or a really big nation. In my opinion, a very big nation wouldn't really need this. This much time. But a poor nation would need some time. And maybe it might not succeed at all, from what I know. Now, obviously, a dictator could come up, but you need checks and balances, that sort of thing. And that would help. Like humans, we aren't perfect or self-righteous a lot of the time. We're never perfect. Self-righteous, a lot of the time we aren't. So, all in all, this new system that I've theorized is could it work? Yes, but there's some big flaws that could be fixed, but the system is theoretical, and I'm not really want to make a test on this right now. If I did get the chance, I'd test it, and just to know it works. I'm very curious about why Frederick Engels and Karl Marx would really believe in this. I don't even support capitalism at this point. I support sort of a mixture of the two. One where, we have free market and all that, but a lot of rights for workers, socialism if socialism grows too strong, capitalism is there to counterbalance it, and vice versa. That's all. I've written this for you guys just so you guys can read everything I'm trying to say. It's just easier if you guys want to read. Sure, this is basically what I'm saying. I'm just saying it in more vivid description than what I've said. No real person or country would really adopt this, probably because they're never going to see it, but if they did, I don't think people would adopt this sort of thing. Though if it did, I'd be very happy to know that, obviously, anarchism is not going to work. For example, Communism didn't work. It just turned into a totalitarian dictatorship. But yeah, if a system is democratic and like democracy is also flawed. It's just that it's a much better system than communism or shall we say fascismo. Well, yeah. I'm probably going to be demonetized for that. Not like I get any money off this channel. But yeah, uh, the thing is, I'd probably say best thing to do is just don't attack my opinion. I have my own opinion, and you guys can please don't criticize it. Obviously, um, like write down if you guys have your own opinion on this. Put it in the comments below. I'll check it out. See if any of my claims were a little too bold or something like that, and I might have to see if I can fix that later on. Please like and subscribe. Just if you, it's no real it's not necessary for you to share this video. It's just that if you do, it's pretty nice for me. I just don't. I'm not asking for that. This I'm just asking like and subscribe. That's not too much to ask for. It'll help grow my channel and stuff. And spread. You don't need to spread the word about this. It's fine. If you do though, I'd be incredibly happy. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a nice day. See you later.